Back now at 8:20 with a rare and wide-ranging interview with Sean Penn, his first here on Today in 10 years. We caught up with the two-time Oscar winner at the Cannes Film Festival, and we began by talking about the benefit he held there, which has raised more than $2 million for the people of Haiti. 2 years after the earthquake there, many have moved on. Why haven't you?
Because the job isn't done. To pick a spot, an entrance point on that side with one bulldozer in, and they'd had every exploitation happen to them, every invasion happen to them, every dictatorship happen to them, and now there's this new world where things can change. It's a kind of magic moment. It's an exciting time to be working in Haiti.
I detect an emotional component in this for you.
It's emotional because you can see how it can work, and you say, oh God, it better work this time.
What does, in your view, victory look like in Haiti?
Victory looks like a brilliant young Haitian kid who had no better choice than to go to the United States and get an education, make a decision to go home. It looks like where people really have a chance, and where kids get to say, you know, I was born here, I can get the education here, and I can do it. You know, just see this generation do what I know it's going to do, which is going to win.
For many people who go to these kinds of places, there is a person, an image, an experience that doesn't leave you.
I could give you a story image that is a policeman who rationed his cigarettes because of the expense. And so one of his 4 cigarettes a day was after he would come home. He went home where he would see his children and his parents and his wife downstairs, give him a kiss, go upstairs, take off his policeman's uniform, smile at his family, walk outside to have that smoke. And then the earth shook. And he turned around to the 2-level home behind him with his whole family in it, and it was up to his knee. And he dove into it after his family, and he reached through the concrete to get them. And all he got was his uniform. And so with that, he put it on. And he became the one guiding the emergency traffic that saved about 500 lives in the first 2 days. You didn't see one NGO vehicle, no NGO personnel.
The people who work for you in Haiti some of them have called you a demanding boss. You have gotten angry yelling, "That's not good enough." You're smiling.
Most of the people I'm angry at are usually international volunteers who are coming over there to stamp themselves with a do-gooder label.
Many of you know better than I do what we're about to face, which is likely total chaos.
I don't know. I don't control my temper well, I guess.
Have you always had this moral outrage?
I'm not going to accuse myself of being moral. I recognize a lot of the things that are less than good in me. And similarly, there's a very powerful thing that comes when something is good despite me. It's the one place I tend to be a follower of and kind of go with the flow. And it's mostly an instinct about other people and their skills and their good hearts. I think I'm good at casting.
Sounds like you're casting about for miracles, even though you're not a religious man.
I prefer not to go to hell. I'd like to think that heaven's a little sexier than generally portrayed. But if it's just black and quiet, that's okay too.
Your first moment on screen was in Little House on the Prairie in 1974.
Yeah, that's true.
And through all of these years and all of these characters, as we think about them,
This is my daughter!
Jimmy and Mystic River, Sam and I Am Sam, Matthew and Dead Man Walking, you have trained us to believe you, to believe your transformation almost instantly. Do you accept that you are one of the greatest actors of our time?
I am constantly embarrassed by my own personality. And so maybe I have a strength in that as an actor, and that maybe it's because I'm willing to give it up. I have a very tough time with people. It's not that I'm totally antisocial. I just don't want to socialize with the people I've already known.
Could you ever imagine yourself giving up acting and directing and becoming a full-time humanitarian?
I could imagine myself running out of time to do either, you know.
I think I have discovered in this interview that despite everyone's sort of sentiment about you being perhaps serious and deeply cynical, you actually are an idealist.
Who hates cynics? Yeah. How dare you be cynical and I don't get to be? Yeah, why are you so special? And they think they are. And they think that I think I am. And that's why we'll keep fighting.
Penn's charity, the JP Haitian Relief Organization, has a reputation for getting things done. More than 200,000 people have been treated in clinics by this organization. More than 10,000 given access to clean water, and hundreds of kids have received a free education as a result.
There's a reputation of being a difficult interview. It didn't seem so in that one. I think that was great.
Very
that was really